crawl for some months and ascend. Why? Let me tell you why you will not die. The psalmist said, I shall not die but live, for one reason: to declare the works of the Lord. There is something they gave you to do. Your work, do it. If you are doing it, death will look back when it challenges you. But if you are not a man who is in the center of the agenda of God, giving you breath is a waste of investment. So how does God sustain a generation as rebellious as ours? A generation as disobedient as ours? He needed to use mercy and cover us. So mercy will be explaining why you failed. Mercy will be saying this, it is because they didn't give him too much time. It is because his own temptation is very, you know how this thing is. Jesus, remember when you had a body. You know this thing is not easy. So God created a package, an arrangement, a system that will be ministering every day by the throne. So there's only one thing that the scripture said is new every morning. It is the mercy of God. So that every time a judgment that is due for you comes for you, there is a system that advocates for you called mercy. Give him one more year. So every year is a potential time to step into the fullness of God's expectation for your life. But every year also from the calendar of darkness, it's a potential time to enter a deeper measure of loss and compromise. So much so that the both kingdoms, they have their goals that they want to achieve on your life. And the sin that surprises the creatures that defend them. It is when angels has unsheathed their swords and they are defending you and fighting, bringing strong reasons on your account and defending you, and yet you are not living like a soldier. They are amazed how you are at war and you live like a civilian. They say no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this world. You should know you are at war. And the truth is, it's not every season that you enter war. When they send us into time, there is such a particular season that I have taken a brief moment to give us a little hint of the time where you ought to be fruitful. The name of that season is the season of your appearing. It says John was in the wilderness until. So you can be busy. You can be going doing your ABC 1, 2, 3, be prioritizing your pursuit of education. Nobody blames you yet. But there is a season where your emphasis should change. There is a season when they want that your first pursuit is to seek to be right with the kingdom. The season of your appearing. Why is that season important? In Psalm 110, I believe verse 3, the Bible says, in the day of your power. Another term for that is in the season of your appearing, your people will be willing. There are people inside time that will not know their bearing in life until you manifest. They will not know why they are on ground until the person whose purpose will open their own purpose to them shows up. What if Dangote never builds his conglomerate? How many people will be jobless? Do you know how many people are employed by that man? What if Daddy Kumuyi never gave his life to Christ? Who will train me? The season of your appearing. They will not fight you until that season comes. They will watch you grow. You are just enjoying favor in your life. You think life is a bed of roses until the season of appearing comes. Then war will break out in the gates. Suddenly you will find, because of you, things are going hell. Everything is just going haywire. You put your hands into something, they spoil it. They want to so push you to the wall until compromise becomes your last estate. You enter a relationship and they batter your heart from it. You even see a church brother, you see a church guy, you go and date him, and in your head the brother will change. He will change. They're trying to remove you from the path of your ordination. The reason why they are fighting is for one season. If you miss that season, they will stop fighting with you. They know that the season of your appearing has passed. They will go and start focusing on others who will contend. Because in the day of your power, that is when you have the willingness of your people. A nation's ear will be waiting to hear you only in the day of your power. And if you miss the day of your power, you can talk for 10 days. Nobody will hear you again. You have missed the day of your power. The battle is to pamper you until the season of your appearing comes. Suddenly everything will begin to shake. Somebody now understands what is going on in their life at the moment. The prophecy, which was, I dry their tears. Prophecy enter time. The drying of tears. Oh, the people who beckon on you are still crying. And as they are crying, they begin to see a light welling up in your soul. They know that their deliverance is near. So all the cohorts of darkness, they will focus on you for that season. If there's anybody here feeling like God has betrayed them, God has abandoned them, you are only dealing with a season of appearing. And there's no man that can break through in this realm if he does not go to war. From the days of John the Baptist, this kingdom suffered violence. And they say violent men alone are the people who can take their delivery by force. So you did not take it by negotiation. You stepped into destiny by violence. How do you enter? When you wake up and you don't understand your body. You wake up and you are feeling tempted from head to toe. I tell you, you know that the only way he comes is through the dust. In Genesis chapter 3 verse 14, they say dust will eat through the days of your life, and on thy belly shall thou go. That is what they subjected Satan to. That if it is this man, you only relate with him through the flesh, dust. How do you mortify Satan? You cage your flesh. This is not about you had a dream or a nightmare. That's not why believers fast. You fast because something is at stake. You fast because if you don't tame the flesh, he will express himself. You fast so that the spirit can gain capacity. Because you know prophecy can be aborted if the flesh moves. In a season where you know that the contention for manifestation is on you, where you know that it's either I get it right or I become a fake forever. Are you going to join the league of many fake? Are you not offended at the news everywhere? Are you not offended? Let me share one thing with you. Don't let anybody deceive you. The fakes are many. There are. Be honest with yourself. Just think of who you are in the secret. Then you will know the number of compromised products And they want one day that you carry a mic, then you climb a pulpit. Before you even talk, people will start shouting and falling under the anointing. Then you will continue that for 30 years of your life and die in the midst of your iniquity. And at the throne you will hear, "Depart from me, ye worker of iniquity." And then demons will begin to mock you from there immediately. It's a strategy for those who arrived with purposes. It is in the day of your appearing that the angels that do a similar work like you in the throne eternal, because there are two different civilizations, the angels that do your kind of work, they will begin to appear and summon your attention. In the season of appearing, a Zachariah that is a man of the presence, a Zachariah that is a priest that stands in the presence of God on behalf of Israel, a Zachariah will see a Gabriel that stands in the presence of God. It is in your season of appearing that a captain of the host of heaven will appear to a Joshua who is a captain of the physical host. It is then you begin to find out that there will be things from the realm eternal who are becoming attracted to you. You will be praying and you will be feeling presence around you. You will stay in your room and you know you are not alone. It is that season you know that all the host of heaven, you are the talk in the corridors of eternity. It is your matter that is being deliberated on. It is that season that you know that if I miss this window, I have missed it, because you have unusual attention on you. Both light and darkness are on you. There is a prophecy hovering over your head. The prophecy will wake you up in the night and say, "I know you are the one to do this thing, but you are not ready yet, so pray, pray, pray." And every night they'll wake you up. You go on your knees and have unusual strength to tarry. You who know that you cannot pray like that, who is this being giving you power to pray? It is because the angels that do the kind of work that you are about to do, they have come to support your hand. In the day of your power, your people will be willing, and the people are not just men, there are creators too that will come for you. The day of our power has broken out upon our generation, and those who will lift the flag of Jesus is now or never. The war has started. The battle for our age has started. The men that will fight this war, it is this season you will see them. If you don't see them, they have missed their manifestation. The fathers have fought their war. Kumuyi is old now. His sword is drenched with blood. He's a warrior that lived and attested to his purpose. But there are people who are supposed to come and collect the sword from their hand and enter the battle again. Now you can see on the internet, littered everywhere with defilement, and we don't even have warriors who fight on Jesus. Our children, they are the mercy of this great campaign, because our fathers, they held the fort, they held the line and the standard of righteousness. They mocked some of them throughout their life. Some of them lived in persecution until now. Now they are old and their sight is dim, and they are waiting and say, "Lord, when would you call Samuel? When will the Samuel rise?" That is the pain of the elders. They are waiting on the manifestation of the sons. In different revival meetings, many of them now are going across cities. They know their time is short. They know that they are about to hand and transfer a mantle to another generation. But the generation, they continue to sleep the sleep of Adam, and the sleep is the slumber of an age. Awake thou that sleepest. Awake thou that sleepest. Are you the one who is to come, or should they wait for another? Are you that prophecy that should happen? Why are you pretending like you didn't come with a burden? How comes you have lost your burden? How comes now nothing drives you again? You see sinners now and your heart don't break anymore, because all you care about is a job, a husband, a wife, money in your bank account. They have changed you. He says, "I planted you a right seed, holy, a right seed." He says, "How hast thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?" Who converted you? Who changed you? All men have burdens. The truth is, it's just that it's not the burden of the Lord that some carry. Some people carry a burden to prove a point to their generation. Some people carry a burden of intimidation. They say, one day I will show them that I am not somebody to laugh with. That is not a burden. It is the Antichrist that has casted a weight on your soul. Who are you trying to prove a point to? The people who are marking our report cards are not here. The season of our appearing. I know one day I'll just take out time and fast for 40 days. Then when I come out, I know that that day will never come. The princes know that if they discourage and distract you and you lose this season of your life, you are gone forever. A time will come, your brain cannot understand concept as easy as you can now again. A time will come, your eyes will not be as clear as it is now again. A time will come when you will lose all your abilities. And it is good for a man that he bears his yoke in his youth. The only time you can download God is now. But it is now that their attention is on you too. Jesus says, "I must do the work of he that sent me while it is day." Your day period is going gradually. Very soon the attention of heaven will shift. Behold, I stand at the door and I knock. He's not going to knock forever. When darkness have wasted your years, they will leave you. Satan never rewards any man fairly. When darkness finish spending your years, they will leave you. I cast a question on your mind right now. If your life is demanded now, right here at this spot, do you have any investment in eternity? Is there anything waiting for you there? You are investing in a world that is passing, investing in a world that is fleeting, investing in a world that is perishing. You began to die from the day you were born. In case you don't know, age can kill a man. It's not only sickness. There is a number of age you arrive at, and old age becomes the interpretation of the death, that he's old and he died. So time is not on your side. Everybody knows, but they want you to continue to pursue many things. At the end, you never scratch the purposes of God for your life. When we all appear before the throne, the word of the Lord will try you the same way the word tried Joseph. And the trial of the word of the Lord is they will compare what was spoken versus what was done, and then you will find whether you can be welcomed, thou good and faithful servant, or depart from me, ye walker. Listen, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. I know there's one lie gaining popular attention currently. Jesus will not come in our days. In fact, we know that we will get old, we will give birth. Whether the rapture happens in our time or not, death is also likened to a rapture for you. The day you meet death, your judgment has come. I saw something that broke my heart recently. I saw a young girl, very pretty. She's one of my colleagues then on campus. Very pretty, healthy girl. I saw her probably, let's say January, and in 3 weeks' time, a sudden affliction from nowhere. Nobody knew where that disease came from. She just began to grow lean suddenly. Her skin began to become rough. Before the doctors could diagnose and even know what is happening, she's dead. And I said, it's not this person I saw. See, your life is a handful of breath. You are like the lilies of the field. You are bright and colorful today. Tomorrow under the sun you perish. And the end, your legacy is not what was done here. Your legacy is the reference eternity has for you. Who were you when you lived? You are distracted by a relationship. Boyfriend, girlfriend. That boy will date another person when you die, and you will find out you had no legacy. It's a realm everybody is heading to, but nobody wants to talk about. All of us are heading to the afterlife. Everybody must go there. Actually, life is a journey to death. You started dying from every birthday you are celebrating. You were coming closer to the grave. But people pretend. We come and say, I wish you long life and prosperity. Is that really true? I shall not die but live for one purpose alone, to declare the works of the Lord. If they find out that this soldier that was sent into time is not living like a soldier, actually, let me say the truth. The average young man and young woman of our time has abandoned their breastplate of righteousness. They have casted down their shield of faith. Their sword of truth is no longer in their hand. A strange attire is upon them. So they have entered the ways of Babylonians. They no longer look like military men. And they say, so that you may please the one who has called you to be a soldier. Because there is a contention going on this side.
It drove for some months and ascend.